Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about another digraph, which is a two-letter combination that makes one sound. Before today, we've really talked mostly about the ch digraph with the letters C and H, the sh digraph with S and H, and the k digraph with the C and the K next to each other. Today, we will be focusing on this digraph. This might be pretty interesting looking right now because if you notice, this digraph is the same letter repeated. In this case, we have the letter E 2 times. And this digraph is pronounced E, just like the name of the letter E. We've already spent some time talking about the silent E, and we've talked about the letter E a lot. And we've mostly focused on when the letter E is by itself, it usually sounds like and makes the short vowel sound. We have talked about times where it could sound like E, 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 and make the long sound, but we haven't talked about what happens if there are two in a row. If there are two E's in a row, we know that always these two E's are going to sound like E, E, E. It's going to sound like the long vowel sound of just one E. So, a word that we already know that includes this digraph, or this sound from two letters, is this word here. What word is this? This is the word see. And C can be broken down into S and E. This is a word we've read before we even practiced this digraph. S, E is a great example where we can see this in action. Like, I see some new words coming. So, let's try another word that we may have not looked at before, but I think we can get. Let's see if we can figure out, let's see if we can figure out this word. I'm going to underline our new digraph, and we're going to try to sound this out together. Let's try reading this word. I underline where we're going to be reading E, E, E. So let's keep that in mind. This first letter is a K, which sounds like K, K, K. So we know the first sound in this word is K. Then we have our new sound, our letter E, E digraph, which sounds like E. So far we have K, E, and then we finish off with the letter P, which sounds like P, P, P. So all together we have K, E, P. And if we do our arm strategy, and we turn it into a slide, we can say K, E, P, K, E, P. Keep. Because this word here is keep. K, E, P, keep. I noticed right before I started talking about this word, I used the word keep in a sentence. Like, I'm going to keep this board for the next word. Let's try another one. This is one we talk about during our morning meeting at school. Definitely a word that we say. Let's try this one. Take a look at it, and then we'll sound it out together. But if you're already feeling pretty good about this, go ahead and try to figure out what this word is on your own. Okay. What's this first sound? It's the letter W, and it sounds like W. Our second sound here is what we're focusing on, our new digraph which sounds like E, 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 W, E. And we finish off with K, K, that K sound. W, E, K, W, E, K. If we blend those together and say them fast, what would that be? Something that we talk about when we're focusing on our calendar. We talk a lot about our days of the week. This word is week. W-E-K. Week. Give yourself a pat on the back if you got that one. And even if you didn't know it, give yourself a pat on the back, because this is how we learn. We keep practicing, and the more we practice, the stronger we will get. And that's why we're going to do a few more words. So if you're feeling frustrated, just stick with me. I think you're going to get this. This one includes some letters that can be tricky, so we'll focus on their sounds before we blend it, just like we did for the last two words. Let's try this word next. I want you to remember before we read it that we're focusing on this E sound that is made with E next to each other. So remember, this is going to sound like E. But we need to look at our first letter. What is that letter? This is the letter D, which sounds like D, D. This is a letter that can get mixed up and confused sometimes. Sometimes we think it might be the letter B with a B, B. We have to remember that if it were a B, this bubble would be on the front side, kind of like a B, B, belly. Since it's on this side in the back, this is the D, D, letter D. And then we have E, so we have D, E. And we finish off with another P, P, letter P. This is the letter P, P. So what word could this be? D, E, P, D, E, P. I'm not sure if I want to go in the water. It might be too deep. This word is deep. D, E, P. Just like water can be very deep in a pool or a lake. Let's try. We're going to do just two more and then we'll review. I just want to give you a little practice with this. This one's going to be a little different. If you haven't noticed, a lot of the words we've practiced have had our E sound in the middle of a word. We did start with C, which has our E sound at the end. And now we're going to try another word that has our E sound at the end. Let's see if we can figure this one out together. I gotta fix one of my letters. It doesn't look so nice. Okay. Let's look at this one. It's our first letter. That's the T letter T. So this is T. Next we have R, which sounds like R, 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 R. So far we have T, R. Next, we have our sound that we've been focused on, our last sound. So the sound E. So let's do this one a little faster. T, R, E, T, R, E. What could this be? This one might be a little trickier because these two letters together are something called a blend. And they're two letters that make two different sounds, but when you put them together, they flow a little bit differently. So we haven't done a lot of practice with these, but try it. Ooh, try also starts with T-R. So T-R-E. What could this be? Something that you can climb. something that has leaves, branches. This word is tree. T-r-e, tree. Okay, we will finish off with a good one. I think everyone uses. And this will be our last one before we do a quick review. All right, let's look at this word. See if you could sound it out on your own before I say anything. I'll give you a few seconds just to look at it. Okay. Now let's try it together. What's this first sound? First sound is because this is the letter F. Next we have the focus that we've been working on, the E sound. E. Then we just have one more letter. It's the letter L, which sounds like ooh, ooh, ooh. So now we have E, ooh, E, ooh. What could this word be? All right, this word is feel. Feel. I could ask you, how do you feel about this new digraph, the E-E sound? E. How do you feel reading these words? This is a word we like to use a lot in school when we talk about what we're thinking. Okay, we're just going to finish off by reviewing the words that we've read today, and I mixed up the order just a little bit. So, let's look at this one first. What could this word be? I'm not going to sound it out this time. I just want you to take a look, try to get that word. Okay, this word is keep. We have k-eep, keep. Let's try this one next. Go for it. All right, this one was tree. Like I'm going to climb a tree. T-r-e, tree. This was a tricky one that I wanted you to try because it starts with this TR blend that we'll talk about another time. All right, this is the one that has that tricky first letter. Make sure you're focusing on what letter that is, and then try to read that word. All right, this word is deep. Deep. Good. Just like if the water can be very deep. Right, two more. What was this word right here? This is the one we talk about with our calendar. This word is week, like days of the week. W-eek, w-eek, week. And up here I forgot to say d-eep, deep. All right, last one. This is the last one we practiced too. What could this be? This word is feel. Feel. F-E-O. Feel. Like right now, I feel proud of you for trying all these new words, and hope you feel proud of yourself too. Thank you for reading these with me, and I will see you soon. Have a great rest of your day. Please reach out, parents, if you have any questions or anything for me, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.